Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Trash Bags. And we're just going to be, I guess, piggybacking off episode 4, the Halloween special.
Yeah.
We just had a lot of stuff to talk about, like all these spooky shit. I want to touch the topic of like paranormal creatures. Just like, this is another spooky episode, I guess.
And so if you haven't listened to the episode 4, you should definitely go check that out because this is like where we're trying to continue off of. We talked about a lot of stuff. Like a lot of stuff about ghosts and poltergeists and all this crazy stuff about Halloween. But Halloween's since passed, so I hope everyone enjoyed their Halloween. Partied, went trick-or-treating, whatever, did the thing.
And your birthday?
Huh? Oh, shit, yeah, I forgot. Last week was my birthday. I fucking turned 21. It doesn't really matter since I can't drink.
Oh my God.
That's probably why I lost track of time, but whatever. But anyway, yeah, happy birthday to me, or belated, or whatever.
And everyone else, I guess.
And everyone else that had November birthdays last week.
But yeah, so main topic, we already talked about it. Any stories you got to want to start us off with, Mike?
Let's see. I remember last episode, in episode 4, I want to talk about what was it? Oh, fucking Outlast. I don't know if you've ever played Outlast, but it's a crazy video game. Like, I think it's on like all consoles. Either way, it's a scary ass game. And you're pretty much going into this insane asylum as like a fucking reporter. Again, the way they set up these scary plots are so fucking stupid. Either way, you have to break into this insane asylum to figure out what's going on as a reporter, and you're alone, and it's fucking midnight, whatever. The cool thing about that was it was during high school, and me and my buddies would all come into my house like every single week after our homework, and we'd be playing at night. Well, there was a point in time where we were all taking turns playing, and all of a sudden we get to the scary part of the game, and like at this point my brother-in-law already knew what happened in the game, so he strategically went outside, and I have like a window like out next to my bed, so all of a sudden we're playing the game, we're getting ready to freak out, we just hear everyone fucking trips, and I'm just like, holy fuck, what the fuck's going on? I'm losing my shit. I'm thinking like we're about to fucking die, and like no one else is hearing it. The only one that's not reacting is my friend Cole, and he's like, bro, are you fucking shitting me? It's fucking Corey. And I'm like, what? He's like, Corey's out there, your brother-in-law. I'm like, no, he's not. And so I fucking like open the door, and I tried asking my family members, like, hey, where's Corey? They're like, oh, I don't know. I think you said we haven't seen him. I'm like, oh, fuck it. The gig's up. You guys are fucking shitty ass liars. But just to go off that, I don't know. We finished the game, and looking back on it, dude, that game is, oh man, it's crazy scary. If you guys ever get the chance to pick up the game, you should. I think it's like it's super cheap nowadays, and it's a fun game, and it's just so scary. Like if you play it in the dark alone, it reminds me of the days where like PewDiePie would play Amnesia,
dude.
Like it's like that. It's like games like that just get your heart pumping, and you have to run away. So like it almost like, I'm not gonna say like feels like you're there, but like the fact that you have to run away from the monsters and like your adrenaline's running, it's just like a whole nother experience. I could just imagine if it was VR.
Oh God! Well, I mean,
wait, aren't there scary VR games?
Yeah, and like nowadays they have like, I don't know if you played Slender, the 8 pages.
Okay, I played Slender back in middle school. That was crazy too.
Yeah. Okay, so like Slender, I think there's a VR game. So there's the 8 pages. I don't know if you ever heard of The Rake.
The Rake? No.
It's like, okay, so it basically originates from a creepypasta story.
Okay.
And it's one of those paranormal creatures that I'm talking about. But they made it into a game, and it's kind of like the 8 pages. But it takes place, I think, in an insane asylum as well. And you just have to like run away, and you have to like try to get away from it. And I'm like, The Rake is by far, like, to me, one of the scariest like paranormal creatures there is. Like when I first heard about it, I was fucking scared, because like whenever like middle school, like I was like freshman when I heard about Slender Man, and I was just convinced that this motherfucker was real. Like, you didn't even understand.
Wait, Slenderman or the
Slender Man?
Okay, I was too. Honestly,
dude, I was so scared.
I would look out my window, I'm like, he's there. I know he's there, but like I can't think about him because he's gonna show up if I think. Bro,
and I'm not gonna say like, oh, he's not real, because you never know. There could be possibilities. Like, he could be real. Fucking The Rake could be real. Fucking,
I just say these like creatures, these crazy scary creatures aren't real because like deep down I'm fucking scared shitless that if they are. Like, yeah, like I'm gonna go insane.
Yeah, that's like the whole Slenderman thing too. It's like going insane and shit. Like, I don't know if you ever watched Marble Falls on YouTube. It was a series.
It used to be a TV show.
Yeah, well,
on Cartoon Network, Marble Falls, right?
that's
Or am I thinking of a different Marble Falls?
yeah. You're thinking of a different one. Marble Falls was it was kind of like a found footage kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
the basic story is it started off as a film project. You know, these students were doing, and obviously like the film wasn't about Slender Man, but it ends up being about it, and it's just like a really long YouTube series of these like uncovered footage stuff of this guy that's like Marble Hornets, not Marble Falls.
Oh, I was about to say, bro, that's a Cartoon
Yeah,
Network
Marble
show.
Falls is okay. Marble Hornets is what it's called.
Okay.
Does that ring a bell?
No.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever seen this one.
It's really like it's kind of hard to get into if you like the Blair Witch kind of stuff.
Okay.
It's kind of like that. Like it's them with the camera, and then every video it's no titles. Everything is called entry whatever. It starts at entry 1 or entry 0 and it goes all the way to like 100 something.
Okay.
And at the beginning of the video, it has like this black screen, and it just has like, so today like this happened. I don't know what's wrong. Blah blah blah. But this is like the footage from today, and it'll just be like a guy with a camera. Say like for an episode, like he'll just like have the camera and he's like doing something. He's doing work on the computer and he's like super paranoid. He'll like stop. He'll look out the window. He'll like stand up and he'll be looking out. And he'll just like he'll pace around. The video will cut out and then it'll go back to like later in the day and he's like in the middle of fucking nowhere doing God knows what. And it's this whole story with these friends. It eventually goes from like Slender Man to this character Masky. They got kind of popular in the creepypasta world now. It's a lot. It's a lot to think about and a lot to watch. But it started off, like I said, as Slender Man. And honestly, like if you have the time, I think you should watch it. It's interesting to watch at first because, like, I mean, I like the Blair Witch. I like found footage kind of stuff. I don't know if you've ever seen Lost Tapes.
No.
It's kind of like that too. There's so much stuff I want to talk about. It's just so hard to get out.
I haven't even seen any of this stuff. This is crazy, and this is what just all like stuff that like it's like found footage is what you're saying. Like people are finding footage of like these creepy.
It's fiction.
Okay.
But it's in the style of found footage.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then you find out at the very end like it was all real, and they're like tripping out now.
Yeah. Well, like in the characters, some of the characters die, and some of them move away and stuff. And it's only like a handful of people, it's like 5 people, and
okay.
And it's just like it's about like it's just crazy. It's like drugs. There's a lot of drugs that happen. There's like just episodes where it's the guy will upload it and it's just the Masky character just staring into the camera for like 3 minutes.
Mm-mm.
And it's like this is all I found on my camera. Like all the footage was gone. It was just this, and it's just like it's crazy. Like there's like people make videos and like of explanations, and they have like all the videos spliced together. It's like at this moment, this is what's happening. This person was doing this while this person. It has a whole fandom.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Dude, this kind of like this may be like off topic from the footage, but back to the whole Slenderman thing. Could you imagine like the people that develop scary games? Like I don't know. Like I'm not saying like someone has to develop this game. So like
yeah.
I wonder like what the thought process was like behind some of these games. Like they're just gonna make this creature with like fucking like no face at all, like white and like wearing black and like has like fucking I don't even know how many arms because like he just freaks you out and like
yeah.
And like just imagine like developing the part where it's like where he like it almost like looks like he's appearing at random, where he's like appearing at certain places.
Well, yeah, but
it's crazy.
The 8 pages was based off the creepypasta first.
Ah.
So the story came first.
Oh,
and then
okay.
they made a game. Same thing with the Rake. Yeah.
Okay.
But like Amnesia.
Okay, well, yeah, Amnesia, Outlast, those games were like those where there was no stories and just like, fuck it, we're just gonna make a scary game just to scare the shit out of people.
I mean, I think about it too. Like, I'm like, what if these games were made off personal experiences? Like,
ooh.
Like, Amnesia, for say. Like, what if the creator... I mean, this is like a theory. I'm pretty sure it's just one day he was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna create a game that's gonna scare the shit out of people. But like, it could have happened. It could have been like a personal experience, and it obviously wasn't as dramatic and scary. But he based it off this idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's just it's crazy to think about.
I hope, like, I'm not saying I hope, but I think it'd be crazy if there was like this one developer who was like, yeah, I developed those games, thinking it was all fun, like trying to scare people until I found out it was real. And it's like, you're like, oh shit. And he like goes insane because he's like, I've been seeing things around the office. He's like, I can't do this anymore. Like, he was like, what the fuck? That would be cool to do like a video, like a found footage video of that. Like
the creation of
like
this
create a
game.
story of like of a developer that goes insane because first he's thinking these creatures don't exist, and come to find out he's living with them, and you're just like, oh fuck.
Oh yeah, that would be
right
crazy.
No one steal that idea. Hold up. Wait.
We're gonna
cut this out of the video because we're gonna make this a thing.
That's a good idea, honestly.
Yeah,
you just have to have like
that'd be pretty
experience.
Cool. Yeah.
Like,
we gotta get some other characters, some throwaway characters, like that just kind of peer in to make it seem like there's a lot of people, but we'll just kill them off later on, and then at the very end just be like those two. That's I'm just kidding. You earlier you mentioned you want to talk about what was it, poltergeist creatures, or what do you call them?
Paranormal creatures.
Paranormal creatures.
I mean, that's like Slenderman, the Rake. I don't know if you ever heard of Duendes.
The Witness?
Duendes.
Oh no, what is that?
Let me just list some.
Wait, isn't there a thing called Lechusa?
Yeah, La Chusa.
What was that one that was a mixture of like a dog and like a...
The Donkey Lady.
No. There's something else. It was like a dog, like a mixture of like a dog and a wolf, and like some creepy ass like...
Smile Dog?
It started with a C. Like it started with like a
Chupacabra?
Yeah. Is that a program?
That's what it's called, Chupacabra. It's like a
mixture of
I don't know exactly what it is, but it's like...
All I know is seeing pictures of it in books. I'm like, oh, that thing looks gross as shit. Ugly. I would hate to see that.
That's technically one. Bigfoot's technically one.
Yeah, Bigfoot's more of like a... I feel like Bigfoot's more of a joke to me. Like, if I saw Bigfoot, I'd be like, oh, hell, he does exist. It's like the Loch Ness Monster at this point. You're getting into like a super, super like far-fetched creatures.
They're like Bigfoot and Loch Ness Monster especially, like there's just so many people backing it up. Like, it's ridiculous.
I think it's crazy some of the evidence people throw out there. Like, sometimes people throw out some pretty good, damn good evidence to where it's real. I'm like, I could see it. Yeah. But then there's other times I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
There's even a TV show, like, Finding Bigfoot.
Yeah, I think there was.
There is, though.
Oh, there still is a TV show? It's still going on?
I used to watch it. It was pretty funny.
Huh.
Like, I would say he's one. What's another one? The Donkey Lady. It's one here from San Antonio.
Oh, what?
Yeah, there's like a bridge here.
Oh, okay. I thought that was the goat one.
No, the Goatman's Bridge is something else. But people say that one's more of a demon thing.
Oh, hell no. Fuck that.
What else? Damn, there's a lot more, and I just can't think of them right now. You've heard any? You know what I'm talking about?
I think
those are the like La Chusa, like the.
I don't know if
those are kind of like urban legend stuff.
So
like
I heard of a story, but I don't know if this is like. I could be completely wrong in the way I'm about to say this, so I hope not. But like I remember some friend telling me about like this bride that dresses up like she's like wearing like I guess she's looking for her dead husband, or like her husband was killed, so she's just like in her wedding dress like weeping, and like if you happen to see her, she like fucking goes after you and kills you like immediately. Like it's like you're like insta fucked.
I think I've heard something like
I don't
that.
know what the name of it is called, but like I remember hearing that was enough to trip me out too. I was like, holy
I
shit,
think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like
but
it was like
about
the weeping wife or like the weeping wit or something.
Well, no, I think you're also thinking of like La Llorona, which is the girl who drowned her kids in the river. I don't know exactly what.
Okay, I've heard that story, but no, this one's like something about like she's just like her husband died or something. Now she just goes like and weeps, and like every time you like if you make eye contact, you see her, like you're pretty much fucked because like she's gonna like
I've heard of that
get
one.
like vengeance, not vengeance, but she's just gonna kind of like take your life because like she's lost hers or like something along those lines. I'm like, bro, that shit's whack. Like
I think I heard.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like something like apparently like she's just like this big like scary lady. Like it's just like this crazy being that just like attacks you. It's like, oh shit.
No, I definitely know what you're talking about, but I don't know. I don't know the name. There's
so many stories like this. Speaking of that, the weeping lady or like whatever I was talking about. Have you seen The Conjuring?
Yes.
Ooh, dude, that movie too. I feel like every scary. Okay, look, disclaimer. I feel like every scary movie scares me. It could be like the worst. It could be like, oh, it's not even scary, Michael, and it would probably still scare me. But The Conjuring at the time too, wasn't that the one where like they played that one clapping game?
That is.
That's The Conjuring, right?
I believe so.
Where it's like they're like trying to play the clapping game and they do like the little claps.
Yeah,
and then like turns out like it's this
it's like hide and seek.
Yeah, it's like crazy fucking monster. You're just like, oh shit. Dude, those movies. I can't. All my family loves to watch them and I can't do it, dude. See, I'm such a pussy.
I love all the Conjuring movies, like Annabelle, Insidious. Like those are like some of my favorite.
Insidious one by far is the one that scares me the most. The first Insidious, but that, like seeing that one scene where like all those like demons like twist their head at the same time as they're like in that demon world.
Yeah, shit's scary.
Dude.
But yeah, like what I was saying about La Llorona and stuff.
Okay.
You know La Lechuza, like the witch owl.
No, see, like I've heard these names, but I never actually know the stories behind them.
Okay, so basically, there's like I guess there's multiple like La Llorona, but this is what it's not La Llorona. La Lechuza, it's just like a witch, like a witch, and she can turn into an owl, and it was like a story that people told their kids, like parents told their kids so they didn't like go up at night and stuff, and it's basically like, oh, like the La Lechuza is gonna like eat you, and it's basically like the owl like eats kids pretty much is kind of what it was.
God.
But there's been so many like sightings like in Mexico especially, like South Texas, like and then you're not supposed to whistle at night or you can attract it. And because of that, I've never whistled past I've heard past midnight, past 10. I've never whistled past midnight outside.
I think I have, and honestly, nothing's. I mean, knock on wood. Nothing's really happened, but it's. There you go. I had to knock on some wood there just to be said. Look, honestly, I feel like most of these stories, like
they're probably made up, but there's also like it's kind of like the Bigfoot.
They all come from like it's almost like most of those stories that you just talked about, like. They come from Mexico, and it was just like a scare tactic way to like scare like kids to be like, don't fucking be out in the middle of the night, you dipshits. But they would put these negative connotations behind it, and the kids were like, fuck that noise, I'm staying inside. And then like you come to find out it's like, well, maybe these aren't real. Like,
see, but I actually have a story.
Oh god, Jason, god damn it.
So this was like middle school. And it just like traumatized me for fucking life. So we were having like, I guess like you can call it a sleepover at one of my friend's house. And there was like, let me see, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 of us. And we actually got in trouble because we made fucked. We actually like broke a door.
Oh my god.
That's how scared we were. So we're outside. It's like 1 a.m. And we're like talking. And like we see an owl, whatever, fly by. And then it was fucking huge. And we're just like we don't care, like we're kids, right? And one of them, we're talking about something, and one of us starts whistling, and somebody was like shut the fuck up, like you're not supposed to whistle, like this is a thing to us. And we're like, oh, whatever. And then we go inside, we come back out, it's like even later, and we're just sitting out there, and it's just like a really nice night, and we hear like something in the like distance, like it's like in the city kind of, or a town, I don't know, it's not a city. And like dead ass in the middle of the night, we get quiet and we're like, what the fuck? And then we just hear like the most horrendous screaming that I've ever heard. And like to this day, it scares me, like, because we heard it and we all just kind of like froze, looked at each other, and ran inside. And we like broke the door, and the dad came down and was like, what the fuck, like shut the fuck up, it's late. And we're just like shaking up, we're like we just saw like somebody fucking die pretty much. Like, it was the craziest experience. I don't want to say it was a witch or anything, but in my head, like, that's what happened. And there's ways you can, like, if you see one, you're supposed to like cuss at it in Spanish for it to like go away.
Huh.
Yeah, that's a thing.
What a weird way to get rid of a crazy ass being that can kill you.
Yeah.
It's like, just cuss at it. It's like, what?
Yeah. And like my mom has so many stories of like her family members, like they were in Mexico and it was like trying to attack them, and they were just like yelling at it for it to go away. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Shit like that freaks me out.
Dude, that's... I was gonna say something else. Oh, have you noticed that every time we're talking about these stories, we're in middle school? I feel like there's a theory that can be made here, and I can't really think of it. I can't formulate it enough yet.
Overactive imagination.
I feel like maybe something along the lines of that. Like, our imaginations are like running so wild that like we think we see things even though we're not. Like almost like we're a little bit insane as middle school kids.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like because every single one of these stories that I've said and you've said has been in middle school.
Yeah.
Not one has it been back in college or, you know, last semester or, you know, last year when I was a sophomore. Like, none of these are, like, college. None of these are, like, my senior year of high school. The last time I had, like, a scary experience was, God damn it, I'm going to say it. I feel like it was 8th grade or something. Like, I feel like after that point, yeah, like, I feel like 8th grade was my last point where, like, I had my last bout of, like, sleeping paralysis and, like, my last scary moments. Like,
yeah. So that makes sense. But I mean, even like my senior year of high school.
Oh, thanks for fucking defeating my goddamn theory.
Nothing crazy happened. We just like went. So this is like right day before graduation. Me and my friends, you know, my best friends at the time, we were like, you know, it's the day before. We gotta do something scary because we haven't really done anything in forever. So we're like, you know what? We're gonna go all out. We're gonna go to this other town, and there was an abandoned hospital, like 3-story building. Huge, and it's been there for like ever. So we're like, fuck it, we're gonna go. And we go there, we get there like around 7, and it's like still sunny out. I mean, it's so like there's light outside, and we're there till like 9, like trying to figure out how to get in, making sure like, nobody sees us because there's like a whole bunch of no trespassing signs. And we're just like, whatever. And then me and my friend Eddie, we're like, dude, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to like get arrested the day before graduation and shit. My friend Jaren's like, don't be a bitch. Like, we're like, oh fuck, let's just go bowling or something. But then we decide to go in, and I'm telling you, like, the shit you see on like the TV shows of like Ghost Adventures, it was exactly like that. We didn't really hear anything. We just were trying not to die. There's like needles on the ground and stuff. Like, it was like the building was like falling apart. Stupid idea. I wouldn't do anything like that again. I mean, now that I'm a little bit older, I'm like, why did we do that? Why did we go into a place that was about to fucking collapse? We went all the way to the top, like the 3rd or 4th floor, and it's like pitch dark in there. All we had was our flashlights. Like, we were recording.
Yeah.
We had gloves on. We had masks, but it was just like, why? Like, why would you do something like that?
Well, see, I think I know why. I think that's the thing with small town people. Like, we had nothing else to do in a small town. Like, what else are you supposed to do in a small town? Like, we've been to every fucking food place. We've already got banned at Walmart for riding on the damn bicycles and shit. Like, what else is there to do? Like, I didn't even have a bowling alley in my hometown.
Oh,
so, like,
I didn't either.
So, like, but you want to know what I did have? A bunch of old abandoned buildings.
Yeah,
and some of them were hospitals. So, it's like, why wouldn't you be like, hey, guys, you want to go to the abandoned hospital tonight? Like, and then, like, you know, you see it on the freaking, like, TV shows, and, like, everyone's, like, trying to do the peer pressure thing in real life, too. Like, let's go to the abandoned house. You know, it'll be cool. It's like, bro, no. And then at the time, I wanted to be so cool. Like, everyone else was, like, not that I ever got invited, actually. I take that back. I wasn't even cool enough to get invited to those buildings. But I know there was people in my hometown that would go to those buildings, and then just to come back and be like, yeah, we went there. Like, you know, for, like, status and bragging rights. But I never went. I was... Dude, my parents would never. My parents had their eyes on me like a hawk. Fuck all those scary stories. My parents were the scary ones, bro. They knew where I was at 24/7.
Jesus Christ.
Like everywhere. They had eyes all over town, but it wasn't even that. It was just a small town. Everyone's like in everyone's business, so it's like,
yeah.
Hey, I saw your son driving past like the lake. It's like, God damn it! Why you gotta snitch? Like, I'm trying, like, mind your own business, man.
Yeah.
Like, you're an adult. Like, go.
You know, now that you say, like, we haven't had experiences like paranormal. I mean, my last one was, you know, it was like last semester when I was living.
Oh yeah,
you said
at the apartment. That was
I feel like I need to experience something like that again. Like,
no, why?
I mean, okay, for me, it's just like I'm used to it. Like
it's like my high. It's like I've done drugs before. I'm addicted.
It's just something that I like to. It's just something like I said in episode 4. Like, I enjoy all the paranormal things. Like, I love researching it. I love looking like at videos and like try to debunk stuff, watching the shows, and it's just like it's so fascinating to me. So when it happens to me in real life, it's like this shit's no fucking joke.
Yeah.
Like, it just blows my mind every time.
I do think it's kind of hard to talk about this stuff in general to people, though, because, like, I'm not saying people don't like hearing about that, but, like, you know, like some people just tend to immediately, once they hear, like, like the stories you were saying, like they tend to be like, oh, what if like he's a fucking stupid, he doesn't know what he's talking about, he's being dumb, like he's a lie. Like a lot of people just have that connotation of like, man, I don't believe in that shit. Like, what is he going on about? Like he's some stupid person. Like no one like really wants to hear those stories, either because they're scared or just because since they don't believe it, they think like your whole entire stories are like stupid and invalid and like,
and that's what's the hard thing.
So you get like made fun of for it. Like you could have this cool hobby and like researching and like you think like, hey, check out what I debunked, and everyone's like, cool, dude. Like what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, you know, like they always like thinks differently of you. Like they're always kind of like judging you. Like this fucking dude believes in Medusa. Like what the hell?
There's science behind a lot of the paranormal stuff now. Like all the shows, they have like the latest technology to like capture stuff, and I forgot what I was watching. It might have been Paranormal Lockdown, and it's like you can show a skeptic all the proof. They're like, I need to see it to believe it. Like you can show it to them. You can show them the proof. You can show them the graphs. You can show them like the heat, like whatever.
They still won't believe it,
and they won't believe you. And even if they experience it, they'll try to debunk it, even when there's no possible way. And it's just like the mindset some people have about like paranormal stuff, because it sounds so far-fetched, but there's so much evidence out there. And there's so much scientific like facts to back it up.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy. Like it's something I think we still don't understand fully.
Yeah. It's not even. I feel like it's not even that. I feel like it's not even. It's the mindset that people just don't want to believe in things that they don't like believe in. Like if they know that they're right or they believe this really strongly, they automatically have the mindset that they're not gonna want to believe in whatever you say. Like you won't ever be able to change a person's mind once they're like dead set in their way. Like they could be 100% wrong all the way.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, well, that's not what I believe. They're like, well, fuck. Like
you can show somebody the facts, the proof, and it's just like
you can show thousands upon thousands of facts, and if they have that mindset of like, that's not what I believe, they're gonna hold their point down till like the grave. Like they won't like let up. So like, I feel like that just it happens to be with paranormal stuff too. Fuck, even aliens. Some people are like, some people are like, do aliens exist? Do they not exist? Like, obviously we couldn't be the only ones here, like, right?
Yeah,
like and then people are like, bro, stop asking them dumb questions. Like, you don't. Why are you being so stupid about it? It's like, man, it's just a hobby of mine. Shit. Yeah. Like, damn.
Like, I honestly like just want to go somewhere, even if it's here. Like, I don't know if anything's here. I can't tell. I'm not like one of those people that's like a medium. I'm not a medium, I can't tell. But like,
do you believe in mediums?
I do.
Okay.
I feel like there's some like obviously a lot of fake ones, but there's people out there like that can sense the stuff, and I think it's crazy because I've seen stuff where like there's a medium, and it could all just be like fake, but it's just like, I don't know. They'll say like, oh, like this happens and this happens, and then there's like they'll do like all the research and they'll be like, yeah, it ended up like it was true. Like after this we went to like the courthouse and we found like the death records and stuff, and it's some stuff like that's crazy. I've never met one. I've met witches. As crazy as that sounds, like being that close like to the that's South Texas, like close to Mexico, like there's that stuff's real. Witches, black magic, like that's the thing. And it's crazy how if you believe in witches, like I don't understand how you don't believe in like paranormal stuff, because they have like the power, quote in like quotation marks, to like cast these like spells and like summon like spirits or demons and stuff. And just like the thing with the Ouija board, like if you say you see someone use one and you're like, oh, that's bullshit, like you're moving it, but then they're too scared to like play with it.
Yeah, see, like that's where it gets tough, because people like they don't want to believe it, but they're also too scared to try it themselves, to be like, well, I gotta know. Like, so I don't even know.
There's a lot of like, I have to see it to believe it, but then they don't want to be wrong.
Yeah.
So it's like. It's kind of hard. Like, I wouldn't advise anyone to mess with the Ouija board ever. Yeah. But, like, maybe if you're that skeptic and you're like, well, I have to see it and I'm willing to do this and this and this, well, then, be my guest. You can do it yourself. I wouldn't do it.
But see, there's so many fake attempts, though, and, like, that people have tried faking it just for, like, internet views, and, like, that's why people also have that negative connotation. Like, for example, like, you know how easy it is to fake, like, reading someone's mind or being able to, like...
Yeah, that's just
like,
so easy.
I could easily, like, see that someone just recently at Chick-fil-A be like, hey, mind if I, like, try to read you like I'm a medium? They're like, yeah, sure. But like, I just need to put my arm on your shoulder. And you're just like, I feel like a sense of like full, like you're whole again. There, it's like, oh yeah, that's interesting. Like I did just eat. It's like, it smells like chicken. They're like, holy fuck, I had Chick-fil-A. It's like, I knew it. The chicken sandwich, right? They're like, god damn, yeah, the number one. I was like, with pepper jack. They're like, and it's like, bro, I fucking saw you order. You're the guy in front of me. They're like, oh shit. Like, I feel like it's so easy to like kind of fake that. Like, and that's why people also have that connotation. Like, well, it has to be fake. Everyone's been faking it ever since like this, or like for like
nowadays,
whatever.
Too, like with the video effects, like on like if you're putting together a video, like you can easily edit something into there, edit sounds, and it's getting kind of harder for, if you like if I show somebody a YouTube video like that's not backed up.
Yeah, you question a lot of things. Yeah, and that's where that whole.
But then there's those people like there's the paranormal community of like people out there actually trying to find the truth, and they actually have the facts, and they're like I'm not doing this for like views. I'm doing this to get it out there. Like I want to show people like this is real. Like, you have those people, and that have like a lot of credit, and they have a reputation. Like they're not gonna ruin their reputation. Like like they just edited this. No, like they have a reputation, and they wouldn't lie for stuff like that. And there's people out there that would.
And then you find out that they do, and you're just like, no, you were doing so well in the community to help us out.
Yeah.
Now everyone thinks we're frauds, and then that's when the statement "I'll see it when I believe it" becomes even more prevalent in like everyone, because everyone's like, bro, yeah, I'll see it when I believe it. Like that shit ain't real. Like you could just be saying shit for all I know. It's like, yeah, you're right. You got me. I don't know how else to prove it to you.
Yeah, it's hard, man. And I want you to experience something. It doesn't have to be like, oh, like that was fucking crazy. There was shit flying everywhere
over my dead body.
Stabbed. No, like it could literally you be sitting in a room with me, and we have like our phone, or we have the microphone per se. Like we can put it there, have it recording, just be really
have an empty chair in the spirit's like. Yeah, how's it going? It's like, whoa, holy shit.
And it's crazy.
Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. We have a new guest today. Meet our spirit that we met.
Oh my god. No, but like for real, like if we sit down, ask some questions. I mean, this mic picks up a lot of things. And so like we could just ask questions. We can go somewhere and like, is there anybody here? Is like, what's your name? Can you say my name? That's a good one. Just questions. And
you just hear like a set of voices like, yeah, I created you. It's like, God? It's like, yeah, I'm here. It's like, what the?
Oh my god. No, like, for real.
Oh.
God damn it.
Sorry. So I always say I'm going to put it on silent, and then I forget too. My bad.
But for real though, I want you to experience that. We have to go somewhere.
Maybe
do an EVP session, maybe take some videos, and it's just like some of the things that are said by like spirits or ghosts, like your ears can't pick it up. It's not audible to us humans, and it's just like stuff this sensitive, like this technology we have that's this sensitive, picking up like this. I'm barely tapping on my desk, and it's just like it's weird. I don't know. You have to hear it and see it
to believe it. Yeah. Back to the whole statement again. Oh man. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe one day, whenever I'm not chicken about it. See, like I like how I just said this is all stuff that happened in middle school, but yet I'm 21 years old and I'm still scared to like want to go out there and experience, because like I don't know.
You don't know what's out there, man.
I just don't know what's out there.
And it's easier for me just because I've been, experiencing it my whole life. And it's just like, I know what to expect. I know like more than half the time, there's not going to be any evidence. Like it's really hard to get, solid, like this happened and it couldn't be debunked,
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like trial and error. Boom. We have the facts now, but who's gonna believe us?
Yeah.
We failed this many times.
Yeah, it's kind of too late to get people to believe at that point. Damn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Paranormal Lockdown. Really, really solid evidence every time. Like they spend 72 hours in one place locked in there, and they get good evidence just because they have. I don't know if you know what a spirit box is. You ever seen like the shows where that thing is like.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So if you don't know what that is, that's like it's kind of like a radio scanner that scans at frequencies. Like it just scans through every single frequency. Like you can change it to like 10 a second, 20 a second, however fast.
Yeah.
And the point is like the spirits can manipulate the waves to say something, and the whole point of it is it's skipping frequencies so fast that none of the voices can come through like a radio. So it's just white noise going just over and over because it's just skipping.
Yeah.
So when you hear like a 4-word sentence that's like that makes sense, you're like, okay, like how was it that across these 20 radio stations it made a statement
Oh yeah.
in one voice.
Yeah. No, I get what you mean.
And it's crazy because when it was designed, it was just that, and that's what it still is. And the fact that different sounding voices come through, saying like a name, saying like I, and then later it'll be like was, and then something, I was here.
Killed. It's like
there's super crazy. I just got the chills because it's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. So in Paranormal Lockdown, they're locked into this one house, and there's like a basement. It's like a 2-story house too, and it's like one of the most famous like houses or something. I'm trying to remember. There was a movie based off it as well, but they're there and they're in like this kitchen, and they leave and they come back and the cabinets are just open. They're like, what the fuck, like we have to like do something about this. So they have like this really advanced spirit box that like was created for them, and it was made so that you don't hear like the white noise. It's kind of silenced out, so it's only the voices coming through.
Yeah.
And there's 2 distinct voices, like a really deep like male voice and a woman voice. And all they know about the house is that a woman was killed, and they put it there and they're like trying to ask it, and you can kind of hear like mumbling, and then finally a girl's like the basement, and then the male voice comes on and it's like stop, and then it says dig, and then it's like no, and then it just shuts off. And they're just like, and then after they leave, they get like the police to like investigate, and they found bones underneath the basement floor.
Oh dang.
So their whole thing was like, well, maybe like she was trying to put this message, but there's this stronger spirit keeping her in this house, keeping her like she's trying to move on, she's trying to get out of this world, but this one like malevolent spirit that's just keeping her there didn't want anybody to find out. So when it finally like she had the strength to come through and like tell them where she was, like they could have helped her move on. It's just like it's crazy to think about.
It's crazy.
It's a lot. That episode is just jam packed of fucking what is it called, just evidence. It's just crazy.
I think it's crazier that like what you just mentioned though is like that male spirit or like whatever you want to call it like is stronger than that woman one, like almost like there's also power when it comes to like, or strength when it comes to a certain being or poltergeist.
Yeah,
or,
like
that's great. It almost reminds, I know this is completely off topic, but like fucking I went and saw the movie Venom like a while back, and I know it's completely outside the realm of like poltergeist, but like I don't want to spoil it for people, but fuck it, like spoiler ahead, like skip past if you don't want to hear it. But the point is, like in the movie, like Venom's a symbiote, and like the whole plot of this movie is like Venom, like is like on the world. He's like, ooh, I like fucking Earth because I'm fucking powerful here.
Yeah.
But then like it comes to find out there's other symbiotes that followed him to this Earth, and they're like even stronger than him. And sometimes he even has like Carnage is an offspring of Venom, and Carnage is fucking insanely strong. Like so it's just crazy to think that like that same idea of like symbiotes being stronger than like each other and them having to fucking battle each other is the same thing in like poltergeist and paranormal shit. Is like there's other beings that are like keeping other beings from like escaping. It's like, oh yeah, fuck.
Yeah, it's just like how like that is like, and for say like the spirit world, like there's they're stronger beings than others. Like, so there's a lot of weak ones. Like, they need energy, and like, say like our phones, dying and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they take that like energy from us. There's investigators that offer like their energy, like, and then they just get like drained like immediately. Like, they get so tired like super fast because the spirit takes it. Like, if you allow like that to happen, like, it's gonna happen, especially if it's like more like evil kind of thing. It's a lot to think about. It's a lot to
digest and dissect.
Yeah. It just sounds so crazy, but it's just like, I don't know, man.
Well, to lighten up the mood, because I didn't get to talk about this in episode 4. Favorite Halloween candy.
Oh my god.
Do you have a favorite? Like, was there a favorite that you would go trick-or-treating for, especially? Like, you'd be like, oh, yes, I got the one. This is it. We can stop trick-or-treating. We can go home now. I got my fucking fill. Like,
no, I mean,
I got my plug.
not that I remember, but like, when my brother and sister would come home, I'd be like, all right. And I'd look through their bags, and every time I'd see a Kit Kat, like, boom, I'm taking it. Like, those little tiny ones.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Every single one,
yeah.
every Kit Kat, every Butterfinger, like, that'd pretty much be it. Like, I'm not super.
So just chocolate. Oh, you're not into candy much.
No.
Well, I see. Here's what's crazy. As a child, I mean, everyone as a child like loves candy. Not everyone, but
Yeah.
like as a child, dude, I would the bubble gums, the hubble, like the
those are.
Oh, dude, I would eat those all the time. The Tootsie Pops, and then I think it was like the popcorn balls. Yeah, it was the popcorn balls, but
yeah, those are good.
but not the ones in the packages. I knew a lady in my hometown that would make them like fresh, and I was like, dog, now this is what I come for. Like, I'm like, if we're gonna go trick-or-treating, it ain't a trick-or-treat if we don't stop by this lady's house.
Yeah.
Dude, we go there all the time. Every Halloween, I love going there and getting that like freaking popcorn ball. And then you get like the crappy candies too. Dots. Hate Dots. I can't stand that candy. I don't know why it still exists. Like, I don't know who the hell likes Dots.
I like the red ones.
Nah, dude, that thing is just so... It's just gross. It gets stuck in your teeth and everything. Like, I mean, I know so does a lot of other candy, but I just can't stand Dots. Like, for some reason.
There was some candy. You remember the Sugar Daddies?
Oh, yeah.
Those. The Sugar Babies were like the little egg-looking ones. Those
are
so good. Those are the ones that just get stuck in your teeth.
And
you lose a filling. Alright, so it looks like we're about running out of time here, up on like 3 minutes.
Are we really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, again? Damn, dude. I didn't even get to fuck. Halloween candy, man. Like, damn. Oh, well, I mean, as an adult now, I like to think I'm an adult. I honestly don't even eat Halloween candy anymore. Oh, I hardly even eat candy. Like, I've gotten, like, kind of sick of it. Like, I stopped eating it, and then once you stop eating something after a while, you just kind of forget about it.
Yeah, there's
so,
this rare times where I'll get a Snickers out of the vending machine just because, like, I'm tired of eating some other stuff, and I'm like...
It'd be a long day at work, you're dealing with a lot of customers in retail, so you're like, let me get a Hershey's. Let me get a Three Musketeers to kind of get my fill. But, like, I don't eat it nearly as much anymore, but dang, I didn't know we were nearing 44 minutes, so... Oh, guys, I appreciate you listening to the sequel of episode 4, where we just went even deeper into this paranormal shit. This is probably going to be the last time we touch on the subject for a while.
Hopefully. I could talk about paranormal stuff,
but
forever.
Jason could talk about this forever. So I'm pretty sure we may have like an episode soon, by like towards like the holidays, where he's just like, I gotta tell you a story about what happened, or maybe if I experience paranormal shit,
Christmas.
I'll tell you guys about it too. But anyways, it's been the Trash Bags. Hope you enjoy. We'll see you in the next episode.
Peace.
Peace.